Wow. Welcome back, everybody. Guys, I've missed you guys. I missed you guys. I missed
I
Eric.
missed you too, man.
I don't know about
No,
Spicy.
I
I
appreciate
can't
you
stand that
missing me.
guy. I'm messing with you, dude. How you guys been?
Okay,
Not everybody at one time. Not
no,
everybody at one
man,
time.
no. You know what it is? I think we're all recovering from the holidays. It's been a lot.
Dude,
With
tell that to my
Thanksgiving, Christmas,
bank
New
account, bro.
Year's, Chinese New Year. It's a lot.
It is, dude.
Yeah,
It is.
the bank account, right? Like I got 3 kids, young kids, and they all want Roblox money and V-Bucks money and all of these virtual currencies. I'm like, can I buy you something that you have to show for something to show for my money? He's like, what is to show? It's on my screen.
Don't you know you're supposed to not own games anymore and like it?
Jeez.
I just remember when I'd get Duck Hunt for Christmas, I'd pop it into Nintendo, play it, and it was mine. You know? But what do
Yeah,
I
we
know?
just decide every year, which one of my medications I'm going to stop buying that year for Christmas. Look, I don't need this.
Right?
Who's not going to
At some
college?
Blood pressure medication.
Yeah, who needs that?
It's not going
It's
to college.
crazy. Because Christmas is more important, right?
what do you mean?
How do you guys feel about Santa? Y'all rock with Santa or not?
I did when I was a kid. And of course I want my kids to have that magic too. When they were younger. Now they all fucking know.
I guess.
I mean, they're all in middle school, like 7th and 6th grade. They know.
Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, it's it kind of sucks to sit there and be like, oh, the big guy, he takes all the credit. You're busting your butt. And
It's true.
oh, thanks Santa. Thanks Santa. Dad didn't get us nothing.
Oh, it almost sounds like prayer. That's why I'm not a Christian.
Well, it's not even that. So it's like I think what I like to do is more or less teach the spirit of Christmas and Santa being a form of that.
The manifestation of the goodness that can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig that. And
But
this is
other
why we
than
host a podcast.
Exactly. But other than that, guys, make sure you catch us tomorrow on Fat and Spicy. But we're going to dive in today with Critical Idiots, guys. For those of you who have never watched Critical Idiots, guys, this is our take on D&D. Kind of a group of misfits here. And Kale over there, we like to give him his own little space. He's angry.
He's like the ringleader to our monkey circus.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just out here,
He keeps us all together. But no.
He does get us on track, doesn't he? He keeps us on board. I like it.
Yeah,
Eleanor.
he's talking right now. He can't even hear him. That's the crazy part.
Did Arthur get you everything you wanted for Christmas?
Most of it.
See, never satisfied. Never satisfied.
I had
wanted
to
the
ask.
Shadow the Hedgehog plushie from.
Okay, you can hear me now.
There you are.
Okay.
I did get her something to help her make her indecisive decisions.
Mhm.
Yes.
So check it out.
Magic 8-ball?
It's something similar.
What is it? What is it?
So you wave your hand on the top of it and ask a question, ask a question if I'm going to win the fight today. You got to ask the question.
Basically, win the fight.
He don't know what he's talking about. The ball.
What did it say?
He said the answer is
The
no.
answer is no.
Oh,
The ball doesn't know what he's talking about.
The ball doesn't. You can't always trust the ball, man.
Yeah, it was a fluke. But guys,
Kale,
welcome
real
back
quick.
to Critical Idiots.
Let's just ask Kale real quick. How was your Christmas, buddy?
I spent time with family, friends, went to my church, a local event. Overall, a good day. Good day.
Nice, man. Very good. Very good.
And Aaron,
And we know
hope that you
Aaron was up
also-
there making people's lives miserable in RP.
Yeah,
Oh, I've been trying to.
what he does. He's like, nobody got me anything for Christmas. Everybody's gonna die.
Make them suffer.
No, like before we went on break, I killed Sigil, and I was like, was I a terrible person for killing that golem? And it's like,
On
the session
episode
I
1.
ran just over this weekend, I killed people's horses. It's like, nah, if it has hit points, it can die.
That should be the title of today's episode, Arthur.
If it has hit points, it can die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. If he dies, he dies. I got it. All right, guys, we're gonna dive in. We know I've been waiting for this day for a long time, so I'm ready to dive in, guys.
All right. Well, I think it's up to you since it's your fight, and I'd really like you to have the inspiration. Maybe you do the
Yes.
intro this week because we
Oh,
can't have Aaron
appreciate
get
it.
another inspiration.
All right, guys. So where we left off with Critical Idiots was as we proceeded to come out of the Underdark after nearly losing our lives and half the party, dragging what corpses and bodies that we had that were unconscious. Back in the town, we rested and we found ourselves in the midst of the town getting ready for a town meeting. All the people scurrying about, unbeknownst to us, whatever that we went after, we chased down into the Underdark. We went into the cellar when we were after this alien-like creature, had escaped back up the cellar, or what remained of the tavern that was somehow blown up. We still have yet to find the culprits, but
Things happen.
had escaped out into the village, had killed a couple of villagers, including one of those being the village leader. So now the town is kind of in a disarray. They are looking to see who will be the next leader. They're trying to find out, trying to make sense of what's to come. And there's two candidates up to be potentially, the village elder. One being the renowned pub owner. I can't remember her name.
Oh,
Joan?
Joan.
Davy.
Good call. It's in my notes here somewhere. I've got so
And
many.
the other being the right hand man to the previous elder leader. His name is what?
I can't find it in my notes, man. It's been so long ago.
Torbal.
Torble? Yeah, Torble.
Definitely not it.
No?
Was that
I don't
Torble?
remember. I'm sorry.
The man, the myth, the guy that's supposed to keep track of the notes. Nobody knows his name. Kale, you know his name?
I have. I'm the last person to ask.
I swear it's here.
Anyways, the need for names is not important. What's important is that what's on the line, okay? What's on the line is basically the balance of the village here, and in the midst of them trying to figure out who was going to be, they needed a way to decide, a deciding factor, and it decided on a test of strength, meaning that it would be I would assume a combat match, but yet we don't know what exactly it is. However, in the midst of the chaos and everyone deeming it unruly to pit a male against a female, the unicorn that we saved in previous sessions was outside of the meeting room and managed to somehow, without any words, convince the people to allow Arthur Blackcrest, the Paladin, to fight on behalf of Joan, the tavern owner, in her stead. So, that's a hell of a... Maybe he uses telekinesis, I don't know.
The unicorn Gwyneth, local representative of the shadow government.
Yeah, I think he just he pointed his horn towards you. It's like
It could have
you
been
are the
anybody.
chosen one.
It could have been anybody. The horn's crooked. It's got a little kink on it.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's pristine and it's beautiful, and Unville loves him. Perfect.
I love that horn.
Unville loves that horse. You touch that horse, and I'm going to kick your ass.
Just the
There's
horn.
going to be another fight.
Oh my goodness. All right, so that's
All
where
right.
I'm at with everything.
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably actually one of the better summaries I've heard in games I've run. Barring the whole missing a few details and you still had to phone a friend a couple of times. But that seems to be relevant for a lot of the recaps I hear from people. But as far as completion of details is concerned, you managed to empty out all of the paint from the palette and put it all onto the canvas and left nothing to be misunderstood there, as far as I'm concerned.
So in other words, I get my inspiration, is what you're saying.
Yes, I will deal your inspiration card to you. It is dealt there.
And
on
that's all that
120.
matters, folks.
Hey.
For completion of details, the person you will be dealing with, they weren't the right hand of the previous Elderman. They were basically just the most well-known field hand in the town. Their name is Gierm.
Garen?
Garen.
Gierm. Yep.
Jeremy.
And then other than that, the unicorn was like, yeah, you two should have a contest of strength, but maybe don't have the strapping field hand fight the tavern owner halfling to determine who should see to the rulership of the town.
Yeah, that's one thing. I tried. I know I tried to convince them to do a different way, take a vote, and they were like, "Shut up! We want to see a fight." The frustration of the village,
just tied.
I mean,
the frustration
honestly,
of the village losing their homes and everything has just got to the peak. They want to see some bloodshed.
they just want to see. Yeah, somebody's gonna pay.
Somebody's gotta pay.
All right, let's do this. I want to see this shit go down.
Okay. So, with that, we will cut to some Lush World music here on Roll20.
I love the lush
I
world.
love your music, dude.
And Roll20 provides the tunes. I just take the 5 seconds to hook them up. So, after you all leave the meeting, it'll be basically well into evening at that point. Joan kind of steps up to you all and she explains that the contest will be held tomorrow afternoon. It is basically going to be a contest of wills and strength. She would appreciate if you all don't just suddenly disappear, or at the very least if Sir Arthur Blackcrest doesn't just suddenly disappear before the contest tomorrow. She doesn't expect something is going to happen, she's not expecting foul play or anything like that. But she knows that you did just vow to hunt down the creature that killed Bertio. She's like, if you could wait a day before pursuing that quest, she would be very grateful in that regard.
Okay, so she wants us to kind of stay put.
For the moment, yes.
Okay. So I guess in the meantime, I want to ask, what I want to see if I can find out what does this trial of strength truly entail. Are we doing an arm wrestling match? Are we just poses of see who has the better physique?
She confirms that you are basically going to fight each other, but it's not going to be, the way she describes the fight, translating this to out of character, is not just going to be you and Garen are going to roll initiative and then you're both going to make attack rolls back and forth at each other. It's not going to be as simple as that. It's going to be something that's a little bit more narrative, but you're still going to be rolling dice to compete against Garen. And I kind of think of it as a combination of you're going to be doing a muscle-oriented obstacle course plus fighting in the middle of it, is the way she describes it.
Okay. And unfortunately, if somebody wasn't to show, then that would forfeit their...
She nods in confirmation. That would basically lead to a default of anything.
Does she have any, do you have any advice you could possibly give me?
Don't lose.
We could just break the guy's legs so he doesn't show up.
Kill
Nice,
will
give-
not stoop to such.
If something bad happens, they're going to think it was offer. We can't do that. I mean,
Now,
we
what
have
we
to do
can
this
do-
straight up.
Is we can pray that he breaks his legs. That is still righteous.
How about we just lightly poison his drinking water so he has to run?
Why are we scared that Arthur, our huge main paladin, is not going to win?
Exactly. Do you not have faith in me, Kel? How many times have I pulled you from the burning fires?
I have full trust in you, Arthur. I'm just worried about tomorrow. That's all.
What do you have for protection? Aside from your armor. Do you have an extra armor spell? Something you can put on yourself before the fight?
What I have is comrades, camaraderie, faith in myself.
We
Listen,
can't get
I'm gonna
involved.
grab. I'm gonna grab my little amulet, my little religious amulet. I'm just gonna be like, I am well taken care of. I'm well protected.
As far
For
as
now, let's-
advice, Joan just recommends getting a good night's sleep, basically suggesting, hey, maybe don't go into this suffering a level of exhaustion. That might be a good idea.
Understood. And that we shall after we feast. What do you say? You is everyone hungry?
I'm thirsty.
And you're only
I'm starving.
thirsty.
I'm also thirsty.
Hello, twins, thirsty and starving. I'm Dad.
Oh, I wish I had a rim shot for us.
All right, well, Anvil, if you will, since you have all the money.
Oh, I do.
That's true.
Shut up. I don't trust you. Well, we need to find a place to sleep, a place to eat, and a place to get a couple of ales.
That's true. Is there anywhere around that is? Were we in? Were we in already a tavern?
No, there was
a
a-
tavern.
Last night you guys
They were
stayed
like-
in the stables.
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
the
we slept in the
stables.
stable, but we ate it like food carts, you know.
As far as a place to stay, Joan says she does have a small home at the edge of town, and you are welcome to stay there. It is the least she can do after it to shelter you for the night after Gwyneth nominated you to fight in her behalf.
Well,
Okay.
you,
Offer.
you are
Maybe
too
we-
kind.
Warm bed.
I'll take the floor. You guys take the bed.
We can you can cuddle.
I prefer not to. I've took a vow.
Okay.
Solidarity.
I'll take the closet.
It's
All right. Can we pick
Um,
up some? I'm gonna send Unveil to pick up some groceries. So we don't go and just eat all our food.
Sure.
okay. Yeah, I'm gonna head out while you guys kind of get settled in. I look around and try to find some kind of like a grocer foods, like the guy that was making the weird meat on a stick.
Yeah, sure.
What?
If you want everybody to eat well, it's gonna be 2 gold pieces.
No problem.
Yeah.
Don't forget his ale.
No, I've got 3 on me. I bought 3 and I stored them in my thing.
So while that's going on, hold on. I'm gonna look at Eleanor and be like, Eleanor,
8.
could you
Yeah, I'd buy
possibly
for all of
do
us.
me a favor and see what our friend Jeremy is up to? Make sure he gets a well night's rest as well. I'd hate for him to be up at this time of night, up to no good.
At this point, I make my way back. Give everybody food. Eat, guys. We need our strength and we need some sleep.
You're so right.
What kind of meat is this, Unveil, on the stick? Never seen
Yeah,
this.
it was the kind that only cost 2 gold. It's more free food. Stop bitching about it.
I suppose. Just the shape of it's rather rat-like, isn't it?
I mean, if it squeaks, it's still protein. Eat. You need your strength for tomorrow.
No complaints.
They
This
put
is
a
pretty
sweet
good.
glaze on it, though.
Take a bite of it.
Mm.
Rat on a stick.
Envil cracks open a tankard and slams it.
It just slams it.
Just pours, and probably what I would guess would be about 1.5 pints, just right
The
down the barrel.
the most underage drinking I've ever seen. Just drinks like an old man.
Don't judge me. This is scary shit, and I'm not supposed to be here.
I'm starting to think Unveil's isekai over here. He's from another. Into an old man into a young
Unveil.
kid's body.
Unveil casts Mage Hand, but it shows up as a foot. And when it steps on his foot, his mouth flips open like a trash can lid, and the alcohol just goes straight down it.
Oh god.
That's funny. Although Unville was thinking about other uses for Mage Hand. Anyway,
Oh,
after I down that and eat my food, I find a nice cozy spot in the room, curl up, and go to sleep.
Good thing.
Well, I'm going to be working on one of my creations.
Assumingly making Sigil 2, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and 3.
Mm.
Oh shit!
all right. I'm going to make sure that everybody's well rested and stuff, and before I start to unpack and just kind of unwind. And again, I take my shield and I'll lay it across my chest and go to bed.
What about Eleanor?
Okay.
I don't know what she's doing. I'll be right back.
I want to find where this urine guy lives.
Okay. First things first, are you sneaking away from the group to do this, or are you making it very obvious that you're like, hang on, I'll be back, I'm going down to the corner store to get up a gallon of milk?
Sure. I'm gonna go get a gallon.
Okay.
Gonna go buy something real quick.
And in that case, you don't need to make a stealth check to roll away from the group. Once you step out of Joan's home, are you being sneaky at that point, or are you just very obviously moving about town?
Maybe I'll be a little sneaky.
Okay.
I don't want anybody really tracking me.
Then first things first will be a stealth check.
Rolling the
Beautiful.
stealth. No one sees me.
You step out from the door, and suddenly you are vapors. Nobody knows what happened to you. You're just a strong wind moving through the town of Verdun. So, with that, how would you like to go about trying to find Garen? Certainly, you're not going to ask the townspeople where Garen is. That'd be very strange for wispy smoke clouds to ask them, hey, have you seen this guy?
Oh.
I mean, you could try to get somebody unexpected, be like, "Hey, where's Austin?" And then he turns around, nobody there. Yeah.
A knife to the throat.
Have you seen this guy?
Knife to the throat. Don't turn around.
Return the slab.
Don't turn around. Uh-oh.
How would I find him? I could ask Joan. Wait, yeah?
Say again?
I could ask Joan, I guess. Then again. No. Dang it. I could probably track his footprints from the meeting hall.
That's the way to go about it.
Oh.
Asking Joan or tracking him, they're both valid ways. They both have
Yeah.
require different tests and have different outcomes, so.
I'm gonna try tracking him from the meeting hall.
Alright. It is your choice of an investigate or a survival check to track him.
Oh, it's
Song
survival.
stuck in my head now.
Oh no.
Yeah, sorry.
That's not very good roll for survival.
No.
No, it is not.
Very bad.
You said no, it's not.
So,
Yeah.
You whisk back to the town building, and wouldn't you know it, there's a whole bunch of tracks all over the outside of this building. You can't pick out Gierans because there's like 50 to 100 people who left this place in the past hour or so.
Oh no. I guess I have to ask Joan.
Just tell her as you're salivating. I'm worried about it. I just want to check.
Joan looks at her
Make
and
sure
says,
he gets a
"Don't turn
good
around."
food.
Uh-oh.
Do you have a disguise spell?
I do,
No.
but it
Oh.
might only work on me. Hold on.
Oh. It probably
Yeah, it
does.
only works on me. It's one of my. Yeah, sorry.
It would be odd for me to ask Joan where he lives, though, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Just tell her you're worried about Huff. You want to make sure that everything's going to be fair tomorrow.
Lie? Alright. I'll go ask her where Gurren lives. Because I want to make sure he gets a good night's sleep.
It's-
Very
it's-
I like that.
I want to make certain he gets a good night's sleep. Permanently.
Yeah. Wake up.
Alright, roll me deception first before to see if she buys that.
Oh, how kind of you.
Right, so she gives you a questioning look, but presumably you just smile at her, all roses, because that's definitely what you intend for Garen, is for him to get a good night's sleep. And she just says, she assumes that he would probably be at his home, closer to the center of town, on the fringe. It's not that far away from where the Thirsty Rat once stood.
Okay. I'm gonna go there, and I'm gonna see what's going on, what activity I see around his house.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Perception. Where are you?
Bless you.
Go.
Bless you.
All right. So you are, we'll say you're like conveniently over the top of like another building, like hanging over on the windowsill, looking across the street, and you see Garen's home. It's a very humble-looking abode. It actually looks like it's like a half sunken into the ground, and there's like another building on top of it. And there's like a stairwell leading down to get into said home, and you can see that the light is on inside, and there appears to be a person inside. You can also see a man in robes, not like black or clandestine robes, and he's not like he's not like being sneaky and stealthy along, or he doesn't have like a dagger in his hand or whatever. Rather, he has what you're pretty certain are like one step removed from like vestments robes, and he's like walking plainly to up the street, and you can see him walk plainly up the street. You can see him, and he steps over to the door, the stairs leading down to Garen's door, and he knocks 3 times. It's not like knock, knock, knock or anything. It's just knock, knock, knock. And you can see the door opens up, and Garen welcomes him in. You can't hear specifically what he says, how he welcomes him, but you can tell that he's welcoming him in because he stands aside holding the door open, and presumably this priest walks inside. You cannot see who this priest is because he is wearing robes and he doesn't have his hood up, but you're pretty confident he's either a priest or whoever this person is, or they are pretending to be a priest because, again, they are wearing effectively vested robes. There's no clear, like, religious denomination on these robes, but, like, you know a priest's robes when you see them. This just seems to be just a generic, unaffiliated priest's robes, is how I would describe them to you.
Priest. So what are they doing? Are they just talking, or?
Yep.
Okay.
Without doing anything else with an 11, you can't hear what they're talking about. You can just tell that they're talking. But also, it's not that late yet, so... Like, the sun's down at this point, but it's like it only just went down, so...
6 o'clock.
Find where his bedroom is.
Follow the smell.
Roll me
What?
a perception check.
I saw this movie.
Wow, she's getting them.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Where were all those high rolls when we were in the underworld?
I'm saying.
Alright, so you descend down from like the sill that you were standing on top of, quietly move across the street unseen, circle around the side of the house, checking the like low windows, almost like going into the basement-esque windows, but you know they're Gieran's home. Checking around them, and eventually you come across one, and you do see like, yeah, this is the window overlooking like a small bedroom. The bedroom itself is basically like the size of a walk-in closet, as opposed to the size of like a proper bedroom. And because Garen is a big guy, there's just a big bed in this room, and that's basically it. Like there's like some ropes along the top of it for like holding clothes and stuff like that, and you can see there are some clothes hung up on there. But other than that, it's just a large bed occupies basically 100% of the floor of this room. Garen is not in it at the moment because he's still talking in some other room.
I want to sneak in and steal all his socks.
Alright, you try the window, and the window is...
The fetishes.
100% down for this. You try the window, and the window is locked. It doesn't immediately budge.
Or would these be considered fetishes?
Say I have seen this movie.
Fetishes.
See, I wonder if I could pry it open without making too much noise.
You'd have to pick the lock first.
I could do that. Let's see, where is it? Where is my
It would be thieves' tools.
thieves' tools? Ah, here. No. How do I click it? I have it. I have the thieves' tools. Where? Oh, I didn't. Oh, input value. What is this?
Dexterity is what you want.
Dexterity.
There you go.
Dexterity. Thieves' tools.
Alright. With a 17, you spend a bit, some time at the lock, but not more than like half a minute, and you can hear the latch come undone on the other side of the window.
Okay. Right now I can open the window?
Yeah,
Alright.
there's nothing holding it closed anymore.
Alright, I'm gonna open it as carefully as possible. I don't want to make any noise. Do I need to roll a stealth?
Yes, for entering into the house, you will need to roll. Okay. As you try to open the window and presumably move into the room, you actually like trip on the windowsill.
Oh, shit.
Rather than making a massive amount of noise and like giving away your position and whatnot, you fall like on top of the strings and such that are holding up all of the clothes. So it's like you trip and then you're caught halfway to falling. So you're just there. But I need you to roll me a deck save to not get entangled in these clotheslines.
Dexterity. 10.
You are entangled in these clotheslines.
Oh my god.
Just wanted to make sure you were getting a good night's sleep. Just all.
Shoot.
You hear a audible. Did you hear that coming from outside the door
No.
to this room?
No.
What would you like to do?
I'm gonna try to cut myself out of the with my dagger
All right.
as quickly as I can.
Because you are entangled in ropes like this, you have to make an attack with disadvantage. But go ahead and roll an attack with disadvantage with your dagger.
How do I
Yep.
do disadvantage?
You just roll it twice and pick the lowest. Or that'll work. It's already rolling twice for you there.
Okay.
Please,
Alright,
please don't count the 8.
I won't. I saw the 15 and 11 first. So as you know it, clotheslines don't have a high AC. So, so 11 is good enough. I need you to roll me damage.
Roll damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you don't get sneak attack on clotheslines.
Yes. But they don't suspect a thing.
They really don't.
They would never suspect.
Who would
That's a
know?
good point.
6 is enough to sever the clotheslines. There is a light but still audible thud as you cut 3 of the clotheslines and you land on the bed. What would you like to do? As Garen's laundry all falls about around you.
Oh no.
Grab the socks.
Grab the socks.
Get what you came for! Get out of here!
I'll try to grab the socks and leap out the window.
Don't listen to me.
Roll perception to notice the socks.
Oh, I see.
You are-
Nice.
You find
She saw all the socks.
Just grab a
Right.
handful.
Give me a dexterity save to grab the socks and get out of there fast enough.
Ah.
Oh no.
Alright. Let's see here.
I'm supposed to be good at this.
Let's see here. Let's roll a d4 for that.
Oh shit.
Okay. And let's see if he recognizes what he's looking at. Alright. You just about managed to get an armful of socks and you like stand up getting ready to like vaunt off of the bed through the open windowsill with the armful of socks. And that's when the door opens up and Garen sees a shadowy figure apparently trying to make off with his laundry. I need you to roll me initiative. And he's
This
gonna
is
roll
the best
initiative.
fucking day, dude.
Oh no.
You guys remember when we were gonna sit down to a contest to see who was gonna be the new alderman for the town?
Yeah.
Welcome to D&D.
Welcome to D&D. Exactly.
All right. Hilariously, you are going to be able to go before Garen is able to react to. There's a shadowy figure stealing his socks. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna book it out of there once I get out the window.
It's just like I run, I dash, I bonus action dash because I'm a
Yes.
rogue.
Double dashing out of there.
All of the
Alright.
dashes.
So obviously he cannot remotely keep up with you moving more than 60 feet and around because he's just a person, and he's gonna have a much harder time moving through the windowsill than you did. I need you to roll me a stealth check to secure your getting away. All right. So after about 15 seconds or so, you think you managed to get away, but you can already hear that there's like not a like town-wide search going on yet or whatever, but like you can hear like Garen shouting. It's like, somebody stole my socks!
Oh my
there's a thief
God.
about, and he's shouting about that. So there's like a few people that are looking around, and when you know it, you have an armful of socks. So there's like a random pedestrian who is like, they have that moment where it's like they're looking at you, and whatever jazz music they were playing in their head stops because they're trying to process the fact that there's like somebody like a street over shouting about there being a thief, and you're like suspiciously holding an armful of socks in the middle of the night. So I need you to roll me another stealth check to try and get away. Now it is with disadvantage.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
I have no association with her.
I don't know this run.
All right. You managed to run a fair distance away, but now that another person has seen you with the goods, they're like, I think I found them. And after like taking 6 seconds to process what they were looking at, so you run down another street. I'm gonna assume you're not running towards Joan's house, and you're just running blindly.
Yeah.
Okay. I need you to roll me a d4 real quick. Alright, beautiful. You're not quite running out of town, but thankfully you didn't roll a 1, so you're not running blindly towards Joan's house anyways. You're running perpendicular to everything of value in the town. So, there's already like at this point there is probably a general alarm that's coming up. How would you like to go about hiding yourself, trying to break pursuit on this? How do you want to hide here? Like what's your new plan to avoid getting caught?
I want to get up onto the roof somehow.
Alright, roll me an athletics check. Unless you, just to climb, unless you have something else to help you climb. Which you might.
Yes. But yeah, all right, I'll use it.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be plenty enough. Using that to clamber up onto a roof once you manage to break line of sight for a moment. Go ahead and roll me another stealth check. This will not be with disadvantage because you managed to add hiding in an obscure location to your ability to hide. It won't be with advantage at the moment, however, because multiple people are looking for you. Beautiful. Excellent. you spider climb up onto a roof, and you're like hiding out on like the roof of a barn or something, and you're just like waiting there with like an armful of socks, just waiting, and you can hear people moving about. Like you can hear people having torches and such, just moving about trying to find whoever this feminine shadowy figure is that is so invested in socks. And yeah, after a while, things get quiet in this section of town. You hear them talking about, like, let's check over on the other side of town. And they start moving away. And you manage to evade the dragnet. What would you like to do now?
I'm going to stash the socks somewhere on a roof where no one can see them.
For later?
All of this over hosiery.
Alright. So, roll another stealth check for stashing the socks. Right, the socks are so stashed. Probably make a note somewhere on your sheet. Socks stashed somewhere in town, DC 13, stealth. Okay. What would you like to do next? After your greatest caper yet.
Love that.
Let's see. I might want to sneak back to where everybody else is. Back to Joan's house. I don't want to be seen though, so if anybody sees me, I'm not going back to Joan's house.
Roll stuff.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Sometime after stepping out of Joan's house, saying you were going down the street to get a gallon of milk, coming back to Joan's house and being like, by the way, completely unrelated, where's Garen at? And then leaving, raising an uproar and coming back to town, you managed to sneak into Joan's place. I imagine at this point everything is quiet because everybody else who's reasonable has gone to rest at this point. What would you like to do other than sneaking back into Joan's house?
Are you sad that you had to leave the socks? You're all wiping tears down there.
Oh no, I have something
No,
in my
okay.
eye right
I'm just making sure.
like the socks.
We'll never know how important those socks are.
I guess I'll just go back and eat something. I don't know.
I brought food.
Yeah.
He did fry food?
Is there any meat that he brought?
Yes.
It's all cooked on sticks. Remember the vendor we went to? Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'll just eat something and go to bed.
Okay.
I'm finally going to go to bed as well with everybody else.
Walkie-talkie.
I'll snuggle in next to Anvil.
Unville instinctively shifts the money pouch underneath of him and away from Kale's warm body.
Alright. With the next day, you see that Joan has cooked extra meals so that you all can eat well in the morning. It is what you might expect a good morning halfling breakfast to be. Everything you ever wished it would be after reading The Hobbit, I'm sure.
Now I'm starving. Thanks, Aaron.
It's our second breakfast.
What about
If
11?
If you ask her that, she says you're going to be too busy today for second breakfast.
Oh, so there is second breakfast.
Of course. So,
Oh, man, this feast that you prepared
Bill.
for us.
Arthur, are you ready?
You can already hear outside that there's like sounds of like a work crew, like somewhere in the distance. It's obviously they're not using power tools and stuff like that, but you can hear like a general commotion outside, even though Jones' house is like closer to the edge of town.
Well, today's the day, you know.
You think you're ready, Arthur?
The hero's always ready.
I don't have anything that I have to give you, but to help. But I'll be here for you.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and be like, "Your friendship is more than enough."
Unville cries one tear.
I slap our paladin on the lower back and just say,
On the
"Good
lower
luck
back.
out there." Yeah, I can't reach the upper back, so
Yeah, I love that.
Thank you, Cal. Well, do not worry. It's not a test to the death, so should ease up some attention there.
You better hope not.
That's true.
Don't
I
kill
hate
him, Arthur.
today. It's not within me to kill. At least unless I deserve it.
Please, Hammer, don't hurt him.
All right. Everyone eat your fill. I'm not gonna fill up. I'm just gonna kind of eat, enough.
Yeah.
I don't want to be out there.
If anyone asks, I was here the whole time yesterday. I never left.
But it is
I thought
after
you were
Eleanor
here.
says that.
Huh?
I thought you were
It is
here.
after Eleanor says that. When Joan says there's news around town, somebody stole Garen's socks.
That's the best, I swear.
Herbish fiends, no less. Looks like something else we'll look into. Well, let's wait after.
She loudly sips her coffee after saying that.
Ooh.
Oh,
Sorry.
I didn't know that she did that. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, we were asleep.
Who stole socks?
Like I said, obviously some perversion.
I have my socks.
A terrible deviant, to be sure.
We'll look into it after we get this whole thing situated.
Another quest.
The quest.
Yeah. Well, shall we?
Are you ready, Arthur? Do you need anything? Do you need training or warmed up? Do you want me to rub the shoulders, or I can polish your armor?
Nah, do good. Just come with me. Let's go. Support. And I'm gonna look at Joan and be like, shall we? Because I'm assuming she's gonna be coming with.
No, of course. She's not gonna wait at home for this. Alright. So, as you step out, you can see that people are generally gravitating to what looks like another space that's like on the edge of town. It's every time you've seen this space up to this point, it's kind of just been like just a not a pit per se, but like a dip in the ground. But it's like the size of like a decent yard, and it's just been like a dip in the ground that's just been like this green grass field. But now you can see that there's like crews that are setting up like poles with banners strung between them. There's like a wide circle at the center of this divot in the ground with like a whole bunch of stuff in it. There's like a small trench that's been dug up around this circle. There's like two designated circles at opposite sides of each other in outside these like little trenches around the small place. It's like basically over since you last saw this, it's been like slowly being transformed into like a lesser fairground, basically.
Like
Like,
this is an
even, like-
event.
Yes. There's even like you saw this while you were on your way to this place, but like you saw that when you've been here previously, like you saw that like all the market tent stalls and whatnot were like set up along like that run road. Those tent stalls aren't there anymore. They're all set up ringed around this space. So it's like a whole bunch of market tent stalls, space for people to walk in, a little bit more space on the slopes of this divot or culvern or whatever to like sit down and look down on this space. And then there's like just another space for like just more walking and such like that. And then it's like two small opposite circles, a trench, and then this final place at the bottom where it's like, yeah, this is where the two of you are gonna fight.
Are you nervous?
Not really. More
Do you have any
excited.
kind of protections you can cast on yourself before we go?
Well, I'm not sure if magic is allowed.
Oh, Oh,
Jones
then
speaks
maybe I
up.
should do
Magic
that.
is absolutely allowed, just not from the sidelines.
Oh yeah, let's buff him up then.
I was gonna say. Also, I want to cast detect magic on the ring and things around it.
All right. Presumably casting as a ritual.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't care.
Okay.
There's a priest and I don't know that. I'm sorry, but I do want to cast detect magic.
All right. It's still some time because the event is set to take place like in the afternoon and it's morning, of course. Everybody's setting up to have a good day. You don't find any magic on like the arena space itself, but you do see magic on like the ring around the arena space.
Okay.
And your detect magic would determine that it's abjuration magic.
So, like a protective barrier around the arena?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Apparently spells can't get in.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Or maybe out.
Nonetheless, just be on the sidelines, everyone. Be wary of anything suspicious later on during the actual event.
I see a vendor and I go buy a Arthur pennant.
An Arthur pennant. That'll be 3 silvers.
I'll definitely fucking pay that. I don't give a shit. That's funny.
All right.
Great.
With that being said, as you're moving about the stalls, because of course everybody set up their stalls first, and of course they took way less time to set up their stalls than like people who were setting up like the actual event grounds and stuff like that. It's like, of course, the shop stuff is set up first. There is one particular stall that's about twice as big as any of the other stalls, and it is easily the one getting the most attention. It's also a stall that you did not see at the market the other day. And it's not difficult for you to guess why you didn't see it at the market the other day. Because at the back of the stall is a big black chalkboard. And of course there are people there in front of it hawking bets.
Oh,
Like hawking bets?
Mm-hmm.
They're taking odds?
Oh, that's the worst thing you can
taking
tell
odds.
Unreal G.
No bets?
okay, we might have to sabotage, lose the fight on purpose so we can win some.
The dynamic
can't-
has shifted.
Hold on. I gotta know though. Kale, did you say that in character?
Yes.
We can't throw the fight. Off is too good. And we need Joan to take the town. I mean, we have to do the right thing, Kale. You know it and I know it. But I tell you what, and I take out 1 platinum. Like, I'll put this on offer to win.
All right.
I go to the booth. Now, what are the odds on Arthur?
Presently, the odds are giving both fighters basically like 2-1.
1-1?
2-1.
Oh, there's no favorite?
Yeah, there's no favorite at the moment.
Shit.
However, they have specifically mentioned that after like everybody has like their celebratory feast and whatnot, like basically lunch in the middle of the day, and the contestants are going to come to the arena, so to speak, and they're going to give like their given their amount of prep time. Over the course of their prep time, they will see about revising the odds, and then of course right before the arena fight, that's when they'll like no longer accept bets and such like that. But when it comes to revising odds, they will allow people to like withdraw bets if they wish to.
Fuck that. All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Unveil reaches into his pack and slams an ale, nervous as hell. Off, I'm kind of scared, man. I don't like this. You sure you got this?
Of course I got this. Come on now. Come from a long line of heroes.
All right.
I know,
Do this
but
in my sleep.
I wouldn't underestimate this guy.
Unveil, do you have any spells that can boost his physical abilities?
No, they're
Anyone
all
that
for
loses
me.
their socks.
And because he's wearing armor, I can't give him my mage armor.
Hmm.
I don't have any protections for him.
Well, I could give him a spell, but it only lasts for about a minute.
I mean, right before he
That'd be long
steps in, maybe. What is
You
it?
don't have guidance or anything?
It's called heroism. So the creature is going to be immune to be frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to the spell casting ability at the start of each of its turn. So maybe it does last longer.
I mean, is any advantage? Is Arthur hearing us talk behind his back, kind of?
That's up to Arthur.
Alright,
He's
up
too busy
Aaron.
psyching himself
What
up,
happened?
looking at his abilities.
Okay,
What
so he's too
happened?
busy talking. Okay, no, nothing. Okay, so can you throw that on him before we? start the fight?
Yes, I'm definitely going to cast this on him.
I mean, the only thing I have that could be of any use is Mage Hand, but I can't cast it through the barrier, so it's gonna be all up to you on that. I can just stand here and fucking watch, man. Unveil cracks the last of one of his tankards.
Come over here, Arthur. I got something for you. Oh my God, he's in the zone.
What?
He's in the zone.
What did I miss? I was focusing. I was
I'm
looking
going to
at the
cast a
battle.
spell on you. It's going to give you some more hit points.
Is that allowed? Is that it?
Yeah, they said magic is allowed.
Yeah, from I'm assuming my own magic.
Just
Am I
take
able
it,
to
offer.
use? I will not cheat.
Look,
Not cheating.
I'm pretty sure
You
the
have-
other guy is going to cheat.
Where's
This is
Joan? I'll
really
ask
cheating.
Joan. If it is okay, then it will.
she's there with you guys.
Okay, what does she
She
say?
confirms that magic from other people is allowed. Yes, because there's like a period of time of prep once the
Okay.
fighters assemble where they can get magic from other people. The magic that isn't allowed is casting crap like magic missile and fireball from the sideline and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, that's the magic that's not allowed. But casting a buff on a person at the start of the fight is fine.
I probably should have got some potions then.
Very well then.
Oh, hold on. Do I still have one? I still have
Pushing
one.
the wrong thing. My bad.
I take my healing potion and I just throw it into his hand. Hey, take this, offer, just in case. So now you have a healing potion.
Boom.
She does, however, confirm where she gives like a brief descriptive overview of the event that leads you all to believe that the idea of hit points will not be as important in this endeavor.
Unveil grabs it right back out of his hand. Give me that back. Are you ready, offer?
I think I'm gonna go place a bet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me
me
too. I'm not betting for the guy.
Why would you bet against?
I muttered that under my breath.
All right, I'm gonna hang back and wait for them to place their bets.
You already placed the plat on Arthur.
Yeah, just wait.
Oh, you just waiting? Okay.
All right. So I'm going to put 20 gold pieces on Arthur.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Eleanor?
All right, I'm going to very discreetly put 100 gold on Arthur, and then loudly say, "I hear Arthur's been feeling under the weather lately."
roll
So
roll
everybody around
deception.
me.
Roll deception.
I'm really starting to like you, Eleanor.
Come on, Eleanor. Let's go.
Oh shit!
All right. Somebody who's like by the chalkboard or whatever looks at tries to see who it is that is saying that. Doesn't see who it is that said it first, and of course it spreads whispers around the crowd. And they take a good look at Sir Arthur Blackcrest. Like they actually like pull out spectacles to look in and take a look at them.
Yeah, at that moment, I'm still like, I'm sitting down. I'm just kind of like thinking to myself, playing the battle out in my head as I was doing earlier. I'm not really.
Yeah, just zoning in.
Yeah, just there.
He doesn't look so good.
And they will revise Arthur's odds to win at 3-1.
I'm in my zone right now. You talking about-
Yeah, we don't want them to know that.
Oh my god.
Shut up and be in the zone.
What? Unville being like, just let this happen.
Wiwax, it's gonna happen whether you like it or not. So after they place their bets, Unville's gonna kind of sidle up to the table, and I'm gonna drop. Oh shit! I'm gonna drop 10 plat on Arthur.
Whoa.
Wow, you guys. You got followed.
3 to 1. I'll buy you another fucking robot, dude.
You better
Will?
win
I don't know. We'll see. And I'm just saying.
this.
But yes, I do put 10 plat on Arthur quietly. It's like, on the offer to win.
All right.
Don't worry, I got my betting slip written down.
I
Absolutely.
put that I have 100 gold on Arthur.
Oh,
That's
it's
a plat.
I
Oh,
got
that's
that.
10 plat, right?
100 gold?
You
I
got the-
think it's 10
Yeah,
gold.
isn't it the same as 10 plat? You got the same as I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah. I didn't put all my money down, but you know.
Oh, I got ducats.
All right. So, after you step away from that with your little like betting tickets, you can see that like more of the fair has been like set up. There's people eating some food. You can see Garen has showed up at like his side of the circle or whatever and whatnot now. Eleanor, that priest that you saw to meet Garen yesterday is standing next to Garen at the moment. But obviously they're like a whole fairground away and there's like a whole bunch of people talking around you, moving about, excited about the event. So you have no idea if they're talking or if they are talking, what they are saying.
Hey guys, keep an eye out on that priest.
What about him?
There could be something suspicious with him.
might like socks.
Keep an eye out for him.
You might like sauce.
Eleanor, are you worried about him?
It's hard to say. I'm not sure. Could be up to no good though.
If you think he's up to no good, is there a way that you can get him out of here quietly?
Me? Get him out of here? How?
You're the sneakiest one of all of us.
How am I gonna get a whole person out of here?
I mean, a knife to the throat, sneak off into the shadows? I don't know.
You're-
But I
you
will.
want me to kill him?
If you don't trust him, I don't trust him.
I'm not that kind of rogue.
Jesus Christ. The parties.
But
I don't mean
man,
kill
I almost
him.
got caught stealing somebody's socks. What are you talking
Been
about?
caught stealing once when I was 5. I'm just saying. I don't know. Can you do something to distract him? I have a mage hand. Maybe I can wave it in his face, but everybody's gonna see it.
Yeah, that would be pretty obvious.
On the other hand, there is a protective dome over the fighting wing, so maybe he won't be able to get through with anything he wants to do. I don't know. Maybe we let him fight and see what happens.
Yeah, I can just keep an eye out. That's all I can think of for now.
All right, let's see what happens.
Okay.
All right, I gotta take a spell point away. I forgot I cast detect magic.
And with that, I'm presuming people are partaking of foods in the fair for lunch and such.
Oh yes, got to.
Right. It is 5 silvers per person to eat a good meal.
Is
No
there
problem.
any steak?
Is there any what, Eleanor?
Any steak?
Yes.
Yes, he said. I like the way he said that. Yes.
I'm gonna ask for them to make it rare.
Tell them you want to cook it at home. Just look at the butcher and see where he's slaughtering the meat in the back. They're gonna have a drain bucket. I'm like, much for
Put it
that.
That's awesome.
Eleanor just walking up to the butcher. I'd like to order off menu. That bucket there, I'll take everything inside of it. I don't care what's in there. Just give me the bucket. Sir, give me the bucket.
Sir, give me the bucket.
Slop for the pigs. Though.
I'm gonna need a bucket of blood or a prank later. Yeah, a prank.
That's what you need. Yeah.
It's for a prank.
I'd like to order off menu. Man, this is a butcher shop. Okay. Then, while folks are eating their foods and such, I think there is a good point for us to take a quick 5-minute break. before
Yes,
we
please.
get to this
Okay.
contest of wills that we're about to have.
This 10% beer got to me real quick. I'll be right back.
See you guys later.
Guys, real quick, guys, if you are enjoying this show and you want to see other shows just like this, or maybe a podcast, don't forget to head on over to YouTube, guys, and check out our whole channel at PNS Studios. So if you go to YouTube channel, just at the PNS Studio, you can find this show and a lot more that we offer, guys, and more to come. Some stuff we don't stream, so you can check that out there. Don't forget to also remember to like, follow, share, subscribe, and if you can, we would love you to leave a comment. Just a hey, how you doing? And we'll make sure we reply. We love replying back to you guys. We like talking to you guys. And we also like giving you guys the best that we got. So make sure, like I said, you head on over to our YouTube channel at the PNS Studios, guys. You can find us on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. And you can also see our Instagram and stuff like that where we upload clips, okay? And if you are also enjoying our DM, Mr. Aaron there, you can always head on over to buymeacoffee.com/avidgamers, guys. So it's just kind of a tip jar for him. Kind of let him know that you are enjoying the story that he creates, all the characters that he puts and brings to life. I know I enjoy it, guys, and we hope that you are also enjoying it wherever you are. So make sure you head on over to buymeacoffee.com/avidgamist. All right. Okay, what you were there eating?
I was eating a quesadilla.
Man,
Yeah, it was really good. Right now, I'm just chewing on some gum.
All right. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I bet you all right. He's in character. He's muted. He doesn't even know. Can't hear him. Huh?
He was going to the restroom.
All right, guys. If you need to use a potty break, if you need to take a potty break, if you need to use the latrine, if you need to go use the hole in the back, please do so now. Make sure you wash your hands and return to your seat. So far, recap for you guys. So far, we have started the day where Arthur Blackcrest, our paladin, which is me, played by me, which will be going right now on a test of strength, guys, to see who the next village elder will be, the village leader. All right, so we are preparing that now. There are currently workers that are working the grounds, making sure that a stage of some sort is prepared, a ring that is imbued with magic. We are also aware that we are not aware, but Eleanor herself, which is our party's rogue, took it upon herself to not only go and break into the opponent's house, but also steal all of his socks. As to why, we'll have to figure that out later.
Trying to figure it out.
Yeah, we don't know what, she was almost caught. I believe she was entangled in his drying line he had for his clothes.
Right.
And she was almost caught. She grabbed the socks and fled the scene. Was pursued by a.
Hold on, can you guys hear me?
individual. Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, was also pursued by an individual, but she managed to get away by hiding on the roofs. And now we are here, where the whole party has bet against on Arthur, but has spread rumors about Arthur's fitness for well-being to gain the upper hand in their little devious plots.
So I have to ask, has anybody here seen The Married with Children, where the aliens came down to get Al Bundy's socks because they were stinky enough to power their starship? Moonmen stole Daddy's socks. You guys never saw that one?
I haven't.
Oh, classic
sounds
Married with
funny,
Children episode. Looks like Aaron had himself some 10% beers too.
But that's where we are at, guys. Right now, we are anxiously waiting after placing bets, guys. Eleanor noticed the suspicious priest that was at the opponent's house late last night before she stole the socks. She noticed a hooded individual, looked to be of a priest of some sorts, is also here today, and it's going to be ringside the opponent. So we're going to see if everything turns out to be okay, if something happens. And as we know, with our DM Aaron, he likes to bring out stuff at the last minute to kind of throw
Fuck
us
that,
for a
man.
loop.
I'm going to pull a Hermione on Snape.
What is that?
Remember when he was like bewitching Harry when he was in the first Quidditch match?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm seeing, man. I hope Aaron's not listening, but I'm sure he is because he's always got his little earbuds in.
He's the Bud Master.
He is the Bud Master. No, I'm the Bud Master.
Two different kind of buds.
Spicy just rolled a fatty bombaddy.
Two different kind of buds. Jesus.
Yeah,
That
you're
there
my
was
bud.
a prop. That was a prop, guys. Remember that?
Hey, that was a cigarette. That was tobacco. See, I'll do it again. See, look,
There you go.
Camel.
Boom.
just like Yusuf, a camel.
Ah. Not that wacky tobacco.
So
No,
how much
I don't
money
smoke
How
jungle
much money
fungus.
do you guys currently have on the line?
In what?
How much money do you guys currently have on the line?
I've got, I guess it's 100 gold.
So
Same as
100
Eleanor?
gold, 3 to 1 would have put you at what, 300 gold if you win?
Yeah, 30 platinum for my 10. You know me. I like a value bet. You've watched me bet the ponies online.
I know,
You've
I know.
chosen horses and won
As soon
for
as
me.
as soon as Aaron said there was a betting stall, I looked at your face.
You see my eyes light up.
I was almost tempted to say, "Spicy, you're in character. You're in character. Don't let your don't let your IRL."
No,
habits
but you know what?
form."
The reason that I placed that bet for the audience, if you guys want to know a little behind the peak of the characters, is because as much as Arthur is braggadocious about who he is, he's proved himself. And I actually believe that Arthur can pull it off. And if not, I still have money left. I mean, there's one thing you always do. You make, what are you doing? I'm talking. I'm giving my heartfelt. I'm giving you your flowers, and you're holding
I'm
it
listening.
up.
It's a hammer.
What is it?
It's a hammer.
I give a fuck about your hammer.
It's a hammer. Also a beer opener.
Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, like he said, I have proved myself, which is why.
You kind of have.
You have.
Including myself, at one time or another, Arthur has pulled all three of us out of danger.
That is true.
He's also
I-
proven
I-
that he's very strong.
He is, and like can backflip over shit and cut him in half with holy smite and whatever it is. I mean, like the
Jump
guy's
really
got some
far.
talent.
You guys remember
I
when he
like it.
jumped over the fire?
Yeah,
I
Yep.
remember. That's I remember.
I was there. Unbeknownst to the rest of the group, they were simply but a mere dream that Arthur was having. When he awoke,
Did our DM get like kidnapped by the priest? Where's he at? Oh, there he is.
he was taking his 5.
He was taking his 5.
3,000 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, ready. I want to see this shit. I want to see what you've got lined up here. He's like, we're all
Okay.
gonna sit and play a game of chess.
The battle of strength. The game or moving the piece doesn't count if you don't smack it down on the board.
Ah,
It's strength. It's mental strength.
anybody remember battle chess from the 90s?
All right.
All right.
So.
Are we close to starting? Like, I have like a, I have one of my spells in the last 10 minutes. I don't want to cast it until I can actually like. I don't want to.
Yeah, we're watching you go through your spells.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna cast
Ooh.
ceremony. I'm gonna get married with somebody, real quick.
I love you, Alpha.
Uh,
I make you a good
just
wife.
don't give it
I make you a happy
people.
home.
It says basically for the next 7 days.
Oh, here's
each
our
target
marriage
gains
music.
a +2 on AC. You hear me though?
Yeah, we heard you +2 on AC, but remember, it's not about hit points.
I don't care. AC is not hit point. AC
What
is
about strength?
It's like Festivus. It's feats of strength. Yes, Eleanor said it. Airing of grievances, feats of strength.
Down a little bit. Okay.
That's my jam.
So.
I love how all of us, even Aaron, spontaneously just got into a.
You got to. You hear that tambourine going?
Dude, it's all about the tambourine.
Yes.
Now that everybody has feasted, people are excited about getting into the fights and such.
Unville's drunk.
There's been a general call to assembly. Those like slopes just beyond the walking spaces in front of the stalls have started like really filling in with people sitting down to see this spectacle that is about to unfold. And of course, presumably, so Arthur Blackcrest has now made his way to like his starting position, as it were, and opposite of him is Garen. Garen is wearing armor. He's not wearing like plates or anything of that nature, but the armor looks better than just generic hide or leathers or something like that. It also doesn't look shiny. Like it looks like a like workman's campaigning armor or something, like something that's been to a campaign and back and has been otherwise kept in good condition, but is very clearly not been
Oh,
like,
he's experienced.
polished to a shine. He does not appear to have a weapon, but you can see that there are like weapons inside the magic protected circle and such.
Underdome?
Very Thunderdome-esque, yes. You can also see that the priest is standing next to him, and for his part, Garen is actually like kneeled like a knight in front of this priest, and the priest has like one of his hands on Garen's shoulder, and he has another hand holding a holy icon in front of him. The other hand's holding a holy icon as he's like saying something very obvious in prayer. If anybody has proficiency in religion, they may roll it to identify the holy icon and therefore what denomination this priest is worshiping.
Oh, what is it? What is it? I'm sorry. Say that again.
Proficiency in religion.
Religion? Oh, I fucking do. Unville takes a real hard look.
All right.
Yeah, but nah.
Let's see here. Perfect. So you see that the holy icon that this priest is holding, it looks like a small wooden shaved carving of a sword, but it's a sword that is on fire, and it seems to be like being swung in a circle. To such a degree that it looks like he's basically like holding a circular pendant, and the rim of the circle is like the flame trailing off of this sword as it's being swung around in a circle.
Oh, for the priest is going to kick him out of the Garden of Eden. Okay, so as I look at it, I kind of turn towards Arthur and just mention to him, for he's giving him blessings. And it doesn't look safe. Listen, if you get in trouble, back out of that bubble, back out of the shield, and we can help you the best we can. But I don't know what he's doing.
You better not back out of that shield.
And I mean,
You know
I
how
don't
much
know.
money we have on you?
Money.
I would
You
rather
either win or you
live.
die.
I'd rather
Arthur,
you
you
live
better
than
Damn.
the money.
Things have escalated.
So right, just remember, this is but a mere stepping stone on my story of greatness. I will be victorious.
Right. For the audience at home, it is very obvious that I'm certain the priest is going to be accused of cheating here in the moment. But it is very obvious that the priest is sustaining guidance and blessing on.
So he's concentrating.
Yes, on two different spells at once. On Garen.
You know what that means.
He's doing guidance and blessing.
Mm-hmm. And whenever he completes those two spells, there's like a general like whisper and chatter from the crowd. And then there's like one of the guy in like the stands for like the bets is like, the first spells have been cast, and then he erases the 3 next to Arthur's chances of winning and turns it to a 5.
I'm going to go ahead and cast on myself. You said HP, but does ACs have? I know AC parallels with HP, but are we?
AC
you know what?
will not be relevant for this fight either. No.
Okay.
I look down at my neck, realizing that I'm also wearing my holy symbol. And without knowing what I'm doing, I pick it up and I hold it in front of Arthur's face, and I kind of swing it and close my eyes and start humming, hoping something happens.
I'm gonna quickly put Elgo's hand down as it is not the worship of the god that I worship. So it's gonna be like,
Okay, I tried.
we can
It's
talk
gonna
about
make
your
you roll
religious
to make
views.
something happen from that, and then Arthur was like, "No, that's not my god."
No, that's not.
God damn
oh my
it.
God, I don't know what's going on with that.
I could have made your manhood bigger. You don't even know.
I'm going to bless myself then.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast heroism on Arthur. Just so that he doesn't get frightened throughout the fight.
Sure.
Well, he probably won't.
I do want to remind Arthur as I kind of give him one last look. Remember, you inspired today.
Ooh.
And you remember that one must concentrate or the spell will be broken.
Okay.
All right. Last but not least, I'm going to use my channel, the channel divinity on myself, and I am going to channel divinity. Here is this here, so you can see that. And I'm going to channel peerless athlete.
Oh,
Can we cast enlarge on him?
You not
I mean,
You
I
could.
mean, you can. She said magic's allowed before the match.
I don't think it'll actually net him anything bonus because thanks to him using Channel Divinity Previous Athlete, but you can post the spell and see.
I'm just saying.
Play.
I think Arthur's might be. I think Arthur's good enough. Let's see what happens here.
All right.
Let's watch.
Okay.
But Unville does kind of sidle over slowly towards the priest, like cautiously, step by step by step, slowly.
I'm gonna need you to roll stealth to sneak through the crowd.
Son of a bitch. I'm gonna need you to just let me do it. Hold on a second.
You
Refine it,
think this is a game?
You're right. No.
Are you not entertained?
He's
Yes,
making
I'm
the
trying to
most
be.
noise one can mostly make. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm
Trip
getting
and
through.
fall in
Excuse
the
me.
dirt.
Excuse me.
Alright.
Sneaking my way.
We'll say you spend a good portion of this upcoming contest making your way through the crowd. Like, excuse me, pardon me. Put some eyes on that. Excuse me.
I'm so sorry. Please pardon me. I apologize.
So, with the Channel Divinity and the Heroism and... Is that it? Just Channel Divinity and Heroism? Oh, you
Yep.
did cast Bless on yourself.
Yes.
So with the Channel Divinity, Bless, and Heroism cast on yourself, the guy hawking bets is like, the further spells have been cast, and he starts erasing some of the numbers. You go from a 5 to 1 to win, back down to a 3 to 1 to win, but Garen's odds goes up to 3 to 1 as well.
So it might as well be 1-to-1.
so it's the priest focusing on something right now?
Yes.
Yeah,
I would
he's just
like to
staring
throw
intently at
a
Garen.
ball bearing at his head.
Wait, not yet.
Jesus Christ.
Wait till the end.
To distract him.
What is wrong with y'all? Let me find at least.
Should have did that sub.
Yeah, if you do it right now, he'll just be like, "Who threw that?" and then just recast his spells. So
Oh.
because they haven't started yet.
His
Through that.
slot or something.
That was funny. I don't know why.
Hey, Aaron,
Yes.
would I be able to make a reveal right now?
Sure. Depends on the reveal.
Okay, I'm going to step out away from the arena, outside of it, and summon Sigil 2.0, a
Okay.
homunculus version.
Oh, a what?
He is the homunculus, so he's pretty much a servant. He's not really like a tank per se. He's about like a third of my size, by the way. So he's
Is he
like,
metal or?
Well, he's tiny.
yeah, he's small.
He's like
He's
your
like
Dobby.
yeah, he's pretty much like, I don't know, like my little tiny parrot friend or monkey friend. You know, he's always
Okay.
around.
Like
Cool.
a little fairy?
I'm going to also cast disguise on him. Am I able to do that?
All right. First, how are you getting this homunculus?
It's through the jewel that I purchased yesterday.
Gotcha. Okay. So via the spell or whatever homunculus then.
Yes.
Okay. As long as you got that cost covered, sure thing.
All right. Am I able to cast disguise on him at all?
Post the spell you are casting disguise on him with. Because if it's disguise self, then no, because I believe that only targets you.
Let me see. Ah, it is disguise self. That sucks.
Well, technically, as the
Change
homunculus is
self-target.
It's an extension of
Oh,
yourself.
myself. Yeah.
Ah, never mind. My idea was ruined. But hey,
Do not speak the old words to me. I was there when they were written.
That's funny.
That's good. While all this is going on, because Unville made a lot of noise, I'm gonna go kind of sneak off into the background, away, try to be out of eyesight of people, maybe around a tent or something. Like, excuse me, I have to make a potty.
Your first sneak was unsuccessful, so you're gonna try to sneak to the.
I'm gonna just try to move, not sneak, just kind of like move out of the crowd and out of
Sure.
everybody's eyesight. I have a reason. It's me.
all right,
But you have your wild homunculus.
nice. Okay, I make my way back to Eleanor with Sigil and just sit down with her. Make sure she doesn't throw anything.
Okay.
That's that'll poop. Just throw
With
bolts at
that,
people.
Ball bearings, marbles.
Jones with you all, of course. Gwyneth shows up just like way up on the hills. Gwyneth actually stands on like a promontory, like little announcement stage kind of thing that's opposite of the betting tent, so it's like all the way on the other side of the whole affair. But yeah, Gwyneth is just sitting there, standing there watching things, but there is a person next to Gwyneth who has like a speaking horn and everything, and is like, have the final preparations been made? And Garen confirms that he is ready to go. The priest nods in affirmation. The onlookers look to Blackcrest. Are you good to go?
I am.
Okay. Then you nuts that and then say, announcer says, excellent. And then the betting person who's talking all the bets and stuff like that just like interrupts the announcer. They don't have a speaking horn, but somehow they're louder than the person with the speaking horn. And it says, the final odds are settled. All bets will be closed in 5 minutes prior to match start. And the person with the horn next to Gwyneth is like, you heard them. Matching or contest will begin in 5 minutes.
Am I out of everybody's sight?
Nobody's immediately looking at you. Yes, I wouldn't say.
If
You're
I were
out
to
of people's
cast
sight.
Alter Self, knowing what I know about the spell, would anybody see me?
I would require a stealth check to go with it, because casting a spell tends to draw attention.
Okay.
But you can try.
Let's
I'll
try.
give you advantage because on the stealth check because people are like securing their bets and such too. Man, that advantage made a whole 10-point difference.
Yep, 19.
Okay, I just want to look like a rich nobleman.
Sure.
Long blonde hair, beautiful robes, well postured.
Yeah, you definitely look like you're not from around here.
A very regal voice. And I'm going to kind of make my way back through the crowd over towards the priest.
Okay.
And let the fight begin.
Certainly. All right. There are no other shenanigans in play. As mentioned before, the field before you starts with the circle that you will be starting in. Immediately in front of you is a wide trench-like ditch with goop all along it. And then in the space beyond that is basically like a grass field with a whole bunch of like random ups and down like footfalls and things of that nature. There's not like any like traps. There's no like spinning axe blades or anything like that.
Okay.
It's just the ground in the air in that area is no longer a slow dipping bowl or whatever. It's a whole bunch of unevenness, and then there's like a whole bunch of weapons and stuff like wooden swords, clubs, and such of that nature just strewn about the whole thing. There is a single like raised circular platform in the center of all that, but other than that, it's rather unremarkable battlefield. Besides the weapons and unevenness, of course. So, with that, there is a general announcement from the horn guy saying the contest will begin at Gwyneth's pronouncement. Contestants will make their way to the center of the arena once Gwyneth has announced the start, and then they shall fight each other until one submits or one is no longer capable of fighting. With that, the audience goes to a general quietness, and all eyes look between Gwyneth, Sir Arthur Blackcrest, and Garen, and back to Gwyneth, and Gwyneth makes a kind of like a nodding motion, but when they do so, a beam of light just shoots out of her horn and just makes a giant like fireworks effect over the arena with a booming sound effect to accompany it. And you take that as the sign to go. And if you don't take that as the sign to go, the horn speaker goes, "Go!" I require an athletics check from our dear friend Sir Arthur Blackcrest to get past the trench ground. Okay. I believe, thanks to your channel divinity, you have advantage on this athletics check.
I do.
Excellent. So Arthur Blackcrest, would you like to add any descriptor to the fact that you, in metallic plated armor, just jump the trench and land inside the arena at the start of this?
I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna look around, and be like, it's time for this hero to work. And I'm just gonna jump.
Nice one line there.
Alright. Garen makes his own jump, but he does not land nearly as inside the arena as you do. He lands only about halfway along the trench, so already it's like his pants are like covered in mud and such as he's like crawling his way through as if he's wading through a swamp to get up and over there. With that, you have a bit of free time in the arena to make ready to receive Garen. How would you like to handle that?
I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna kind of roll away from my computer.
Flaunt yourself to the crowd.
On this day, remember that you, all of you, witnessed in our testament to the great Arthur Blackcrest.
Yeah.
One of the greatest heroes of this time.
Right, so work in the crowd then.
That's my friend.
Roll me a persuasion check. All right.
See what happens when
Uh,
all
Of course.
Earthmania comes for you, brother.
Of course he did that.
Of course he did that. Of course he did that.
Yeah, there's a general like hurrah appreciation from the crowd when you just freaking make this impossible like 10-foot jump into the arena from your starting circle and such while wearing armor. So of course there's a follow-up cheer for that when you're like, witness my power and such. As you see about doing that, giving Garen ample opportunity to respond, he manages to clamber his way up into the arena. Of course, his pants are all muddied and dirtied up and such like that, so not great for him. But Garen quickly moves along, grabs like a wooden shield and a wooden sword, and moves to accost you of your time to work the crowd.
All right, so he's gonna grab his weapon, a wooden shield, a wooden sword. Okay, so I'm gonna assume I'm gonna be using a wooden weapon as well. Wooden sword.
Yeah.
Break his will,
A whole
Arthur.
bunch of weapons strewn about the arena.
All right, so I'm going to do the same. I'm going to grab a, let's see, a wooden, wooden sword and a wooden shield.
And of course, anytime anybody feels like cheating, they can just chime in and be like, I would like to cheat.
I'd like to cheat. I'm going to kind of bow a little to my opponent. You know, just kind of.
He does take the time to stop and nod at you. He doesn't like bow, but he does take the time to at least
Yeah,
return
yeah,
the
you know,
salute.
kind of, yeah.
What's the priest doing right now?
Just maintaining concentration.
Okay.
Alright. With that, the rest of this contest is going to be decided by a series of dice rolls on your part, so Arthur Blackcrest, that will be opposed by Garen. It will be one attack roll of yours, one constitution save of yours, and then one d20 plus a roll of your highest hit die.
Okay. All right. What was the first one again?
Yeah, one attack roll,
Sorry, that was
one
fun.
constitution save, and one roll of a d20 plus a roll of your highest hit die.
So then, do I need to click my short sword or?
Yeah, you can rolling your short sword.
Okay.
And then you are blessed, so you can roll a d4 on that. Okay. And Garen is going to roll a d20 and his blessing.
Oh shit.
So you get into the rhythm of the actual fight, and you can tell that like Garen might be strong, but Garen isn't trained in the sword. So you're able to just easily fend off and parry his blows over the course of the fight. Next, you have your Constitution save. That'll be above the skills section on your sheet.
Is it 15?
Please.
And then, rolling Garen's. Garen has guidance. Yeah, 4.
Garen's not doing so hot, buddy.
He's not.
He's nervous.
He is.
He's just not prepared for Arthur.
He's got mud on his hands.
And he has
Big
no
disgrace.
socks.
Slippery boots, indeed.
He has no socks.
Socks. The -1 on the wet, muddy feet.
Yep.
Hey,
He's. So, with your Constitution save, you're able to just hold your own. Not only are you like parrying his blows, but you're not even like being winded by the impact of the two of you back and forthing, moving about the battlefield and such. Garen is just incapable of pressing you over the course of this fight. At this point, it's going to look like a clean sweep. Last but not least, I need a roll of a d20 plus your...
In the midst of this
die.
battle, I kind of want to add some words with him and then just I wanted to ask him.
Remember,
why
you're
is it
fighting
that-
right.
Why is it that you are? Why is it that you are willing to go to such lengths to secure this position? What does it mean to you? If you cannot sway me through combat, then sway me through words.
He's having a lot of problems trying to get his words in, because if he stops concentrating on his sword fighting to concentrate on speaking to you, it'll just force him to be at disadvantage, basically. So he takes longer to respond to you, while you're effortlessly just being like, if you cannot sway me with action, sway me with words, while parrying his swords left and right.
You're like
One of
taunting
you
it.
is clearly a fighter, and one of you is not. And unfortunately, the NPC is not. But eventually, he's able to stagger out the words that you're an outsider and a knight, so you probably wouldn't understand. But he was born here, and his father was born here, and his father's father was born here. And he's descended from people who are important to this town. But also, he cares about this place because, again, he is born here. The vibe you get from him saying this, other than he's really bad at fighting, is that it's not that he thinks Joan would be bad for the town, but he does care about this town. So he'd rather, with the opportunity here, he'd rather not leave this in somebody else's hands.
Very good words.
Don't you be swayed by this quick.
I got money on this. What are you doing?
You're going champion.
Gold is in my hand. That's good words. Good words. All right. So the next one will be a D20.
Yep, it'll be a D20.
Oh, at this point, I would like to accidentally, dressed as my nobleman, step on the priest's foot as hard as I can on accident.
I need to hear you say the thing that I told you to say.
I can't remember. I'm sorry. I was too busy paying attention to the fight.
I said you need to say, I would like to cheat.
I would like to cheat.
Oh man.
Yes, sir. I crunch my heel on his toe as hard as I can, and then I look at him, and I say, I'm sure that we can make this all right, as I jingle my coin purse. Maybe a donation for the poor box. Ching, 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 ching.
To a priest? I don't
Alright,
know
well,
how.
he loses concentration no matter what. With you stepping on his feet, and there's not like a big old visible effect of like spells collapsing or whatever, but Sir Arthur Blackcrest, you're too busy focusing on the fight and just holding your ground against Garen to like notice that like the priest is no longer concentrating on the blessing and guidance for Garen. You do notice Garen get noticeably worse at fighting.
All right. Feel bad for the guy. So if I win this next one, is it shoe in? Like it's
Yeah, if you win this next one, it's basically like a no contest. It'll be a blowout.
Let's see. So as I'm kind of holding his, I'm still kind of having this conversation with him.
This motherfucker's having second thoughts.
You know, and I'm gonna ask him, like, do you not think Joan fit for the position then? I believe she also cares for this place, such as yourself.
I mean, he's already conveyed the tone. I'm not really certain how I would have him go about saying it, but I would say he's already conveyed the tone that it's not that he thinks.
She's not bad, yeah, but you know.
Yeah, he doesn't think that she's bad. He just doesn't want to leave this in other people's hands.
So then why not work together?
He gives you an odd look, to which he says, "I had no interest in not accounting on Joan's counsel while being alderman."
In the same way that I can assume that she can count on yours. And with that one, I'm gonna roll my d20.
My man.
Right, and then roll your hit die.
Come on, baby.
Come on.
Ooh.
All right. 21 is better than 18.
Yes, it is.
In that last bit of you speaking to each other, of course, you've managed to make it to like the top of the center platform for this arena. In this last bit of you speaking to each other, you've seen that like Garen swordplay is awful. Garen's like competitive athleticsness in the wake of like something like an obstacle course or whatever is awful. But you can tell when you get him like pinned up against like the edge of this platform ready to fall off into like the uneven ground or whatever, that he is tough. Because you've been smacking him this entire time back and forth in the middle of like you callously parrying his blows or whatever, and he just isn't going down. Like, he may not be a fighter, but this guy is country farm boy tough.
I was gonna say country strong.
Yeah, he could absolutely hold a line on a battlefield if he was trained. Either he's country strong boy tough or his convictions are. So he holds that spot out, and you're able to finish out that conversation. And he says as such that like he'd happily die for Verdun if he could do so meaningfully. Giving counsel to the rightfully elected alderman is a small price to pay in comparison.
Right.
But with that, you can easily do the last thing you need to do to defeat him if you wish. How would you like to go?
Cut
about
his
doing
fucking
that?
throat.
I'm not gonna cut his throat with a wooden
Don't
sword.
kill him.
No. I'm just.
What's with you wanting to kill this guy?
All right, so as we are there, he's going to. You want me to just describe it?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that in this moment, he is going to. I'm going to push off of him and give some space between us, and in that moment, he's going to charge me. And as he charges,
Unbill
I'm
grips
going
his
to
bet ticket.
I'm going to spin. And as I spin, I bring my blade to his throat. Well, my wooden sword to his neck.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hold before I,
All right. So you spin and catch him in the neck, and he audibly chokes as he like moves past you. You're out of his way when he's charging, and he's like basically keeps charging, dropping his weapons, grabbing his neck, and just like pivot, like flip falls off of the platform onto the ground. He looks like he's getting ready to get up, but then just stops and lays down and just like raises his hand up. It's like, I yield. It is obvious I cannot compete. It is obvious I cannot compete with the knight. I yield. And there's, of course, uproarious applause and cheering.
I'm going to
from
extend my
everybody in the
hand to
audience.
bring him back up.
Yeah.
He accepts your hand to pull him up.
And as he
there
pulls
is
up-
I give the fucking priest 5 gold. You know, sorry for that, sir.
Sorry for that, sir.
Me
And
and my
sneak
little
around the
robot.
corner to undo. And sneak around the corner to undo the spell so I can look like me again.
Of course.
Me and Tiny
and-
Sigil is just waving our arms up and down, aside and cheering with the rest of the crowd.
I don't think anybody can see Sigil's arms. As I'm pulling him towards me, I'm gonna say, was a battle well fought. Had you been trained, then perhaps I would have, the outcome would have been different today. But nonetheless, you have swayed me in a way with your tenacity.
He accepts the praise and thanks you for it. There's an obvious sigh of relief from Joan that I'm sure Eleanor and Kale hear at the announcement of Sir Arthur Blackcrest and by extension her victory. There is another light beam into solar flare fireworks effect from Gwyneth to announce the end of the contest. And yeah, there's just general cheering from everybody. And I think that is where we will call today's session.
Oh, hold on. No. I'm sorry, Bob.
He wants to get
Unville
paid.
runs to the betting table, throws his ticket down, and says, "I need my 40, my 40 platinum, please."
Roll deception for 40 platinum.
No. It's 3-1. I put my 10 down, so I get 3 plus the 1 I put down. Back my bet back. That's 4-1.
He knows.
Don't argue with the betting man.
Sorry,
trust me.
sir.
The guy knows his bets.
It's like if you play blackjack, and if it pays 3-1, you take your 3 back that you won plus your bet, your original bet.
Yeah.
So do I get 80
So
gold? then?
40 platinum.
Yes. Anybody who put bets down, you get your initial bet back plus the multiplying of 3 of whatever you get. So Kale put down 20 gold pieces, so Kale receives 80 gold pieces,
Yeah.
including their
Heck
initial
yeah,
bet. Eleanor put down 100 gold pieces, so she receives 400 gold pieces in total. And Unveil, you put down 10 platinum pieces, so you receive back 40 platinum pieces in total.
This
last
guy is
thing,
wealthy.
Last thing I'm just gonna go before we end. I'm gonna go up to as I'm walking towards my mind went blank. What's her name? Joan. As I'm walking
Joan.
back to Joan, I'm going to say, just do me one favor. Make sure that he is part of the council. He loves this place just as much as you do. That much I know through the force behind his swings.
He is a respected member of the community. I would be a fool to discount his counsel.
Very well.
Holy shit.
You have my gratitude.
You make Unveil weepy over here, you motherfuckers.
All right. That's it,
Just
guys.
Make your NPCs give a shit.
Wow. Dude,
Good stuff, dude.
Arthur, well done, my sir.
Yeah, a nice clean sweep.
Right? You didn't kill the guy. You didn't crack him in the skull. You didn't give him 5 across the eyes. You just kind of did your thing. And we all made some money, and the town's got itself a couple of good leaders.
I would have liked to hear, my party, kind of like start like a Arthur.
No, we're not doing that.
I didn't hear
Um,
that.
No, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
I wouldn't want to draw attention to myself.
My question is, what happens next? Do we go back down into the Underdark, or do we...
As Unville looks up to Arthur and be like, "What do we do now?"
What do we do now?
This is how we end it right here. Oh, there is a matter
Yeah,
of
we can
missing
finally play
socks.
the game.
Wait,
There is a
what'd you say?
matter- There is a matter of somebody stealing socks. Perhaps we'll look
Another
into that.
quest! Yay!
Stolen socks. Next time, guys, on Critical Idiots.
Oh,
Stolen
that was too good.
socks.
Wait, was he wearing socks during the fight?
You
I
would
wanna know, too.
There's mud all over his pants and boots.
You would know.
Fair enough. I'm just saying, if the missing socks actually became a thing, I'd be very happy.
I was close
worked
to
hard
saying
for them.
that he'll never be able to win now with his +1 socks of ass kicking.
He had it. His socks were imbued. We would have never knew.
Nobody likes muddy feet.
He had blessings on his socks. We didn't even know.
The lucky
That's what the
sock.
priest was doing. Your
Spider
socks
silk.
shall be blessed.
I'm not wearing socks.
That's where all the That's where all the
Shit.
cheating was at. That's where all the cheating. Put these in your socks. I'm not wearing. Damn it! We're supposed to cheat now.
That was awesome, guys. I've been looking forward to this fight for like what 3 weeks almost.
3 weeks. Yeah.
This was amazing. Aaron, thank you for making this not only exciting but entertaining. Arthur, well done. Eleanor, don't worry about you. And Kale, I'm glad you have your homunculus. So I'm assuming it's like a little like Jabba the Hutt's little monkey sitting on your shoulder kind of thing.
Yeah. If you have watched Pirates of the Caribbean, it's pretty much like that tiny monkey that's on the captain's shoulder.
If I'll tell you
So-
what, you provide us a picture and then we'll put it up for the next show.
Okay.
Yes,
Will be
please.
a token.
I will.
Yeah. Oh, and it'll be a token. That's even better.
Oh.
Well, of course, I can't target it
All
with
right.
attacks if I can't see where it's at on the.
Wait, what?
All right, guys, we appreciate it, guys. And if you enjoy this, make sure you go check us out at YouTube at the PNS Studios, guys. That's the PNS Studios, guys. And make sure you catch us tomorrow for the Fat and Spicy podcast. Other than that, guys, you all have been amazing. Aaron, great job as always. Eleanor, Unville, Kale, love you guys.